After a disappointing SummerSlam in 2003, the WWE definitely, I think, made up for it in SummerSlam 2004. The only thing that brought down this pay per view, I think, was the crowd, who, for the most part, weren't either into the match or cheering for the heels all throughout the night, which kind of toned it down for me a little bit. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the actual pay per view itself. So let's get right down to it. Um, we start out with a six-man tag team match. The Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray, Spike, and Devon going up against Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman, and Paul London. And, wow, what a way to kick off the show. The match starts out kind of slow, but it picks up towards the end. Paul London does some crazy moves in the match, but either way, the Team 3D, or yeah, Team 3D. The Dudleys pin up the win after an illegal 3D. After a 3D, I should say. Now we get the Till Death Do Us Part match. Matt Hardy versus Kane, with the winner marrying Lita and the loser not marrying Lita, if that makes sense. I think. I don't know. What happened with this storyline was that Lita was pregnant and the child wasn't Matt's, it was Kane's. This leads into a match between Matt and Kane, and the winner would marry Lita the next night on Raw. Matt totally dominates the entire match, and after a twist of fate, Kane gets his foot on the bottom rope. Kane then hits the choke slam from the top rope. It's a pretty incredible choke slam from the top rope to get the win. Now we get the first of the best of 5 championship series for the U.S. title between Booker T and John Cena. I was really looking forward to this match, but it was sort of a letdown. It was relatively short, but it still kind of drags on. The only good thing about this match was that the crowd was actually cheering for the face in this match. Which is kind of strange, because when Booker T turned heel, I knew it wasn't going to work out. And guess what? It didn't. He turned heel because he didn't like SmackDown. But either way, John Cena picks up the win in the first championship series match. Now we get a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship, with Edge going up against Chris Jericho and Batista. And the Toronto crowd is weird. I mean, they boo Edge, who is their hometown hero, which I think makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It wasn't a bad triple threat match. 2 wrestlers in the ring while the other one recovers on the outside. Nice drop kick from Edge. Takes 5 years. Take 5 years to get up from. But either way, Edge retains the Intercontinental title. It was a pretty okay match, not going to lie. Now we get the much anticipated rematch from WrestleMania 20. Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero. Their match at WrestleMania was great. Their match 3 weeks after SummerSlam was great. But Angle is a bit slower after his neck surgery, but both could do better. But I think this match was pretty good. I had a bad feeling that this was going to be just another WWE overhyped match, but I was pleasantly surprised how technical it was. The ending is also very surprising. I believe that this was much better than their match at WrestleMania 20. Now we get Triple H versus Eugene. Finally, thank God, thank you, Jesus. Triple H is not in the main event, because the past year, more than a year, Triple H has always been in the main event, shoved down our throats like Vince McMahon likes to do. And the Toronto crowd, once again, makes no sense. They actually boo Eugene and cheer for Triple H. And, wow, it really is Bizarro World, as they like to call it. Anyway, Eugene hits Triple H's pedigree, but Ric Flair puts his foot on the bottom ropes. Triple H's foot on the bottom ropes. Triple H gives Eugene his first ever pinfall loss in the WWE. And it wasn't a good match, but the emotion was relatively good. And once again, the crowd sides with Triple H. And not gonna lie, I was siding with Triple H too. Now we get the pointless Diva Dodgeball segment. Get a life. What is this? This isn't wrestling. Dodgeball isn't wrestling. I'm sorry. I just couldn't give this a rating. What a waste. Get out of there. Now we get The Undertaker versus JBL. I like Undertaker. I like JBL. But JBL, simply, I think he was better in this match than The Undertaker, to be honest. And it's one thing when you out-wrestle The Undertaker. But when you outperform The Undertaker in a match, you know that you're doing something pretty good. JBL smarter than The Undertaker in this match and wrestles better than him the entire match, I think. This match is relatively slow, and just like each other, JBL knocks the ref out cold, and the Orlando Jordan interferes always. JBL nails The Undertaker with the belt, but Jordan puts the KO'd referee hands down too slow. Taker gets disqualified after the ref saw he hit Triple H with the belt. And then after the match, Undertaker gives JBL the last ride, or was it the choke slam? Well, either the last ride or the tombstone through JBL's limousine. It was a pretty cool afterwards was pretty cool. Which brings us to the main event. Randy Orton challenging he who must not be named for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, this match was actually pretty good. This is actually tied for being the best match of the night. Very well paced, technical match. I think the right guy won over here. Can't really say that much about this match. It was just great. Orton wins without Evolution interfering. Evolution and destroys Orton after his rematch next night on Raw. Overall, it was a pretty good match, and yeah, that's pretty much SummerSlam 2004. Best match of the night. Out of 10, I'm going to rate this SummerSlam. Let's go with a 6 out of 10. Best match of the night is a tie between Chris Benoit. Said his name. Versus Randy Orton, or not Triple H. Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero. There we go. And best match of the night. Yeah, those two I mentioned. Worst match of the night. If it counts, Diva Dodgeball. If it doesn't, then Triple H and Eugene. So yeah, that's SummerSlam 2004. Coming up next, SummerSlam 2005.